think most of you guys know me. So I'm Erin Mackey Ratcliffe. I am also known probably better as Spoon Me. I have been, the reason I'm on the call tonight is I've been very lucky to be successful in the realm of the social media, which I think is just becoming more and more popular and where you can get a lot of business. And even more so Instagram. That's really, I think, where you're going to get a lot of traffic right now. It's even picking up more and more and more. So I know a lot of people have been hesitant with Instagram. More people are sitting over on Facebook. But number one suggestion is if you're not on Instagram, get on Instagram. They're really moving quickly, and there's just so many amazing free business tools that we can use on Instagram. First thing, I'm just going to kind of jump around. If you do not have an Instagram, number one suggestion is you need to start it with 5 to 10 posts. So don't just do like a one post on your Instagram and think that that's going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. You need to do at least 5 to 10 photos right from the start. You're going to want to have, a good variety. And when I say that, let's see, I'm just going to kind of start from the top. So I'm going to focus right now on Instagram because that to me is really, truly where you can get the most out of right now with where we're at. And things change, and they change really fast in the social media world. So you got to stay on top of it. But right now with my experience, I would definitely say that Instagram is where it's at. So first things first, when it comes to Instagram, really focus on having sharp, crisp, clean photos. The first 2 rows on your Instagram is what somebody's going to look at. They're not going to spend the time to go through your feed. So what they see in those first 2 rows, which are 6 to 9 photos, that's what's going to grab them. So you really want to think about what you have visually for the top couple rows. Then I'm just going to kind of jump back where your bio is. That is hugely important on Instagram. Okay, so you're going to definitely, I would veer away, and this is just me, and I spend a lot of time researching and learning about social media. I wouldn't necessarily blast out that you're a Beachbody coach. There is 500,000 Beachbody coaches, and say someone had been turned off in the past by a specific Beachbody coach, you're not that person. So if they all of a sudden see Beachbody coach, they're like, barf, along with the other people. Oh, great. How many Shakeology posts does she have? That is truly a turnoff from the get-go. So I'm not big on like Beachbody coach, Shakeology. No. Health, wellness coach, great. Fitness motivator. All those things work. But you want to be really careful with that. I mean, truly go look at like the top 10 elite. I guarantee you aren't going to see that there. You might, but overall majority, you're not going to see that. So like if you guys want to go look, I don't know if most of you probably do follow me, but on Instagram, my handle is Spoon Me 21 Day Style. And then on Facebook, I'm just Spoon Me. I know Spoon Me was taken, so I had to kind of do a little twist in there. So you guys will see that I have, I've been pounding the pavement on my social media organically for the last like 3 years. I've never bought a follower. I don't suggest to do that. It's all fake computers. It's pointless. It's worthless. It's going to bring you nothing anyways. So one really cool thing, jumping into the bio, I would suggest listing, like what you do. You can say like motivation. You guys can take a look at mine. And I'm sure if you look around at some of the bigger coaches, it'll give you a really good idea. Here's a little tip that I will offer you that not a lot of people know. If you go and look at someone's bio and say it's just like a list, like, oh, motivator, comma, inspiring, comma, that gets a little bit wordy. So if you go and look and you see people that say have like an emoji and then it says like California born, and then below it there's a dog, fur dog, baby lover. Here's a trick. Instagram will not let you do it in your bio. They won't let you break it up how you want it to. So go into your notes on your phone and type it out of your notes and then copy it. And you can bypass Instagram and go back in there and paste it, and it will let you paste it as is out of your notes. It looks so much better, you guys. I can't even tell you. It literally will change the look of your page immediately. So that's one thing I would definitely jump on, and you can look at mine and kind of get an idea. So from there, after you've kind of given a few basic facts about yourself, it only allows you so many characters. Below that is where you're going to have a link. Now, this is hugely important. Even if you just link it to your Facebook page, Facebook like page, not personal page. I'll get back to that. You want something there. Now, there is a new tool out there that is absolutely amazing that I think every single person on Instagram should be using, and it's called Linktree. If you guys aren't using it, I would suggest going to Linktree. So what Linktree is going to do is it's going to allow you to use multiple sources in one spot. So if you go to my page after this call and you click on my link, you're going to see that I have multiple links, such as application for my boot camp. You can make one and link it in there. There's a link to my Pinterest. If you have a blog, you can link it directly there. You can have the link right to your email. You can have the link right to your Facebook. Literally, people want it to be easy. They have that one click and it is all there. I mean, it is all there. I can't say enough about Linktree. I really, really think that you should have that on your page if you're on Instagram. It's the way to go. And it's really fun to play with anyways. You'll see there's lots of different options for it. But yeah, you can do so many different things in there. Like I said, the one thing would be an application into your next boot camp. You can offer up questions. And for that, there's different platforms. You can use Google Docs. There's another one I think it's called Wufoo, WUFOO. You can use that one. But that allows you to create like applications, and then you can copy the link and put it right onto your page. And that helps you guys, and it saves so much time. Because this is how I think of it. If I'm talking to a new client or customer, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, do you know about Beachbody? Oh, what program did you do? If you create an application, you can bust out literally probably 2 hours worth of conversation on one application. So it saves you so much time. And it just knocks out all those basic questions that are gonna waste a bunch of time when you could be working with 5 other people. So that's how I like to look at that. And it lets you really like create questions before you come at the person, so you can create that relationship. Because that's the thing, you guys. It's all about creating a relationship. And that's what you can use this social media for. So jumping back to that, when it comes to your posts, we're in this world of health and fitness. People aren't going to want to see the same flipping thing every day. Yes, they love seeing your routine and your discipline, but they're kind of going to start going, oh, she drinks a shake, she sweats, and she shows me what food she eats. Boring. You know what I'm saying? They want to see, oh, what color nail polish do you have for the holidays? And after that opens the door for communication with these people. Say, hey, do you have a favorite polish color you love this time of year? Boom, right there. Even if it's one person, you've now cast out a poll, got a bite, and you've now created something that can keep going forward. So it's the little tiny things that people sometimes, I think, overlook. Even if it's like, you're a dog lover. There's so many dog lovers out there. You can connect over loving your dog, and next thing you know, you have a new coach. I mean, it's really the little things like that I think people, they really get so like in tunnel vision when it comes to social media, that you're actually hurting your business, not helping. So just really broad. So going back to that, you don't want on your social media, especially Instagram. I look at Instagram as like my middle school collaging scrapbook. Truly, that's like my mindset on it. So I'm not going to sit there and put like 10 flowers next to each other. I'm going to want to, break it up and have it visually look pretty. And especially as women, I think that they really like that. So I don't suggest butting up food photos together. I just think that it just doesn't, there's something about it. And let that be my picky thing, but whatever it has worked for me. So I'm just sharing with you guys what I've learned through trial and errors. So like, if you look on my page, you don't want to overshare. That's one thing. You definitely want to stay active. If you go quiet and you're inconsistent, you're going to lose followers. People like consistency. So like on the daily, I would say 3 posts. You can go up to 5, but that's pushing it a little bit. But like 3 basic posts would be your workout on the daily, 1 healthy meal, something not on the subject of, the health and fitness world. And then maybe every now and again, like throw in a funny graphic or a quote that just kind of keeps it light, is kind of how I look at it. That's what I use those for sometimes. It's just to kind of keep it real. People relate to you. Honestly, I went and did that. If you guys know that Instagram 9, where you can get your like best 9 out of the whole entire year. And the number ones, literally 90% of mine were the graphics that I had used. So that shows you just those little things. They're, and I usually use like the funny stuff, the dry funny stuff. I mean, hello, all of us doing this, it's not always easy. We don't love it all the time. There's the ebbs and flows, and that's how you connect with people. People don't love perfection. That's what you're going to learn through this is, that's actually quite a turnoff to people. So you have to be really, really careful with that. Now, jumping back to that, I'm all over the place. So when you use your Linktree, you have your Instagram stories as well. Now, Instagram stories are hugely important at this point in the game. I mean, that's just all I can say. Now, one really, really cool thing, and this please let it be incentive to grow your Instagram page, is when you hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, they give you this really, really, really cool tool where you can actually link all your business pages to your posts. So say I go and do a cool post about Energize and people think that's hilarious that I take shots of it or something and they want to know about it. I don't even have to do the conversation anymore. I can link it and say, you want to get yourself some magical juice, swipe up. And it literally takes them to my page, my link. If they order Energize, boom, there you go. It goes right into your account. So that is something huge, you guys, for our business. I can't even tell you how that plays into it. It's a really, really big deal. So try to push for that, because once you hit there, Instagram rewards you for having followers. And that's whether it's like sticker packs, special filters, things like the linking, they're really important to the business. So yeah, just keep striving and trying. And hashtags, that's where I'm going to come in with that. So hashtags are hugely important on Instagram. Facebook, not so much. Instagram is known for hashtags. So you get 30 hashtags per post. Instagram will not let you have more. If you've ever went and made a post on Instagram and just put blood, sweat, and tears into your post and hit post and it disappeared, that's why. If you go 31 or over, they will literally erase your whole entire post. So another trick and tip that literally has saved my life: when you make a post, always copy it. You have it sitting there. If it disappears, all you have to do is go and paste it right back in there. You guys, I've literally had tears in my eyes before because I've spent like an hour on a post and there, poof, it goes. And I'm like, no, I knew better. So those are just things like, it covers your back. Why not? Because you're putting a lot of your heart and your soul and energy into a post. And if that disappears, I can't even tell you how defeating that is. It just puts you in a different headspace. So just, cover yourself and copy it, because that really does matter and it happens all the time. A lot of people will suggest putting your hashtags in a separate post, which means once you post it, you're going to you're going to comment on your own post. And that's where you can include your hashtags. You definitely can do that. Don't look at me as a practice. I'm not very good at it, but it definitely helps putting it in a separate spot. Let's see here. Okay, so another thing, and I learned this, I don't know if you guys follow Gary Vaynerchuk, but he's really huge on social media. And I learned one of my biggest key things from him. When he meets with people, he will grab your phone and he will look at your social media. And the first thing he's going to look at are those first 6 posts. And what is he going to look at? Are you adding value to someone's life? No one cares about your personal journal. No one cares that you're working out. No one cares that you're eating healthy. What they care is how they can do it. So every time you post something, really come at it with the mindset of, what is someone getting from this post? Are they taking away something? Is there something that they can think about? Is there food for thought? Can they engage? The whole idea on Instagram is for people to tag their friends, because your value is so important that they want to share it with other people. I mean, that's free advertising right there. So you really, really want to think about, even if it's a simple question at the end of your post, think of what can engage a follower. I mean, that's really what you're there for, is to connect and engage and, help people. Not just sit there and be like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm so cool, I work out every day. And then someone's gonna look at you and be like, oh, bye. They're off your page. I mean, that's just how it goes. So you have to be really, really careful with that. You have to be relatable. And I think by being raw and real, you're relatable. Don't have a filter on. I'm a positive person, don't get me wrong, but I'm also going to share that I have my woes here and there, because I do and everybody else does. But everyone have your own spin. I see so much, you guys, in the Beachbody world on social media, copiers. There is so many copiers. And that's okay, but nobody wants 10 of the same people. They want an individual. They want something special that they can connect to you through. So you have to be really careful with that. It's okay to look at someone's and think, oh, that's, I love that and that speaks to me, but you have to put a spin on it and make it your own. I mean, that's really important. I think that you'll see some of the most successful coaches out there, they definitely have their own thing. I mean, it's what it is. So you just got to be really careful not to be, just a cookie cutter, because it's easy to get caught up in that. So let's see. Okay, so going back to the story on Instagram, what's really important, and I'll try to explain this the best I can. If you guys have been watching stories lately, you can see how someone has like a still photo and then they add graphics on top, just to kind of make, I call it like a mini reality show. That's what a story is. And I think that's why people really like them. It gives them, a glimpse into a little more real life. So you can really use that. Like, here's how you can think of your story. Somebody could be watching your story and they don't follow you. So really engage on your story, and you can tag yourself on the story, or you can take a picture of your Instagram page. You can, take the little pen marker, knock out whatever your last post is, and be like, have you seen my new post? Go check it out. Tag your page there, boom, they click on it, they go, they check it out, and you could possibly have a new follower. So it's all about just it's a game. Social media really is. I mean, it's a game. It's like fishing. You have to put your feelers out there and hope that you get a few bites. So that's one really good way on the stories. In routine, people like to see that this is a routine. We get up on the daily. Some people, I'm an evening workout person. There's a lot of morning, but people like to see that throughout the ups, the downs, the daily life, that you can still do it. Because if you can do it, that's showing them that they can do it. So that's really the importance, is staying consistent, whether that's from posting daily on your story, on your page. Just don't disappear. And if you do disappear, number one thing is don't do the "I'm back." That is really, really, really tacky, and nobody really cares that you disappeared. They just really care that you're back. So you don't have to announce "I'm back." I think a post is obvious that you're back. So I think a lot of people do that all the time. Oh, sorry, I've been, missing. And no, they're just happy that you're there. So give them something valuable and make the wait worthwhile, is how I would look at that. Let's see here. I'm trying to think here. I mean, the bottom line is, you guys, when it comes to this, and here's something that I think I'm going to jump over to Facebook, which is not quite, to me, as important as Instagram right now. Really try, if you don't, it's important to have a like page, not to be doing your business on your personal page. The other part about that is right now is that a lot of people are actually losing their businesses because Facebook does have a rule that on your personal page, you're not supposed to be sharing anything like inviting and selling or anything like that. So a lot of it gets looked over, but if someone decides to turn you in, which I know a good handful of people it's happened to, they've lost their whole business. So you have to be really careful and make sure that you have a like page that you're running when it comes to all your business stuff. And that's so easy to do, to make a like page. That's where you want to start getting your traffic over to anyways, because when you have a like page on Facebook, they give you all the business insights, which are really important to our business. It can kind of show you what's happening right now. Unfortunately, on Facebook, you guys, it's rough times for us. The algorithms on there, they're making most of your business stuff nearly invisible to everybody. It's happening to every single person. So I don't know if any of you follow me, but like yesterday, I threw up a post that just said, hey, if you're seeing my stuff, can you just leave a comment? And it's so important for a comment, not a like, just to get that interaction. The more people interact with you on your page, the more your content is going to show up to them. If they're not, and they're just kind of creeping on the sidelines, the chances of them seeing your stuff are pretty slim. So you really have to find ways to get people to really interact. I mean, you can even do a contest, do something, but you don't want to let your page start dipping. And I'm sure everyone has noticed, like, Facebook's a hard world right now on those like pages. You can get a few likes here and there, but the key, like for me, I've been really lucky. And this is where I go back to like having your photos be crisp and clean, because I've gotten shared a bunch of times by Beachbody, 21 Day Fix, and all those things sheerly due to my hashtags and tagging them. And when you get a share, imagine that the Beachbody page has like 500,000 followers. And if you get a share on there, the chances of you getting like a couple hundred new followers are pretty good. So, I was really lucky when I started this business. That's kind of how I got my footing going. But you can also share like your content to other pages. There's like, I think that Forks to Fitness page on Facebook is a big, huge community of 21 Day Fixers. That's always a really good page to like share some of your content to. I mean, I won't lie, you guys, social media has gotten harder these days. I would definitely say that, but I would definitely say if you're gonna put the time and energy into it, to put a lot of it over to Instagram, because that is truly where that's where a lot of it is at right now. It just is, through the stories, through the branding, through the tagging products. And that's another thing about when you do your hashtags to be careful of. For instance, say like the hashtag workout or fitness, there's going to be a ton of posts in that. So you're going to disappear like super fast. So you want to think about your hashtags, kind of go a little more like on the creative line, funny hashtags or ones that don't have as many followers, because then you won't get lost. If someone searches for that hashtag, you're not going to be 1,000 down. You might just be sitting there in the top 10, and then they're going to see your posts. That's the thing about hashtags is, honestly, with the new year coming up, anything to do with weight loss, everyone's going to be searching for it. So you really want to focus on like weight loss journey, weight loss, new year, new you, all those type of things. That's what people are going to be going for. I mean, we're coming up, you guys, on the biggest time ever. And I know it's 80-day obsession time, and yay to everyone doing it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I had a spinal fusion surgery like less than a year ago. My body just can't do it. But right now is the time. But on that note, don't be discouraged if you have a bunch of people that don't want to do 80-day obsession. We have BOD, you guys. I mean, there's scream it from the rooftops. I mean, all you have to do is, that is to me, the easiest thing to sell, because when you break that down, it's like $13 a month for an at-home gym membership with $6,000, $7,000 worth of product. I mean, it pretty much, to me, sells itself when you say it like that. And another thing too, here's a little, I can even write it up later. I have it somewhere in my notes, but I saw another coach that had a really cool thing. I am a person that likes to cut to the chase. I know it's really important to create the relationships, but I sometimes go, you know what? If I think like this, there's other people. I like it up front. I like someone that says, this is what you get. This is how much it costs. These are the this. And that's me. I can't be the only one that's like that. So there was a really cool post that I saw for the beginning of the year that just states, what would you think of having me for a coach for 1 year for $160, la-di-da. It's a very quick, simple cut. You guys should have seen the interaction on it. It was very, very simple. But people, like right now, it's the holidays. Like money's tough right now. It's tough anytime. But then you go and throw the holidays in. That's going to put, I call it digging in the heels even more. But the second Christmas happens, you guys, you got to jump. You got to jump. People have Christmas money. They're ready. New Year's is right around the corner. I cannot tell you that week between Christmas and New Year's, sell, do, talk, like literally bleed Beachbody Blue for that week, because you can make so much happen just in that 1 week. I can't even tell you. That is how you want to kick off the new year. Set your intentions, get a kick-ass group together, and that's not only going to be good for all your people, it's going to be good for you. All that vibe gives you newfound energy. And hello, we're coaches. It's not all fun, you guys. We go through it just like everybody else. So there's no harm in feeding off of the energy of others, and just, letting that be even more force for you to be such a great leader. So, Instagram though. I mean, I started taking my notes today, and as I was going down them, I just kept going Instagram. That's where I would definitely point you to right now. Definitely keep a Facebook like page. It's awesome to use for the live feature. That is so, it's great for us, but you have that over on Instagram as well. And it's really cool. You can even do on your Instagram story, you can let them know you're going to be going live on your Facebook. You can put the link to your Facebook. Now you have people sitting in 2 different spots. They're just 2 different platforms. So to me, learn to play with them. That's what I would say. And you guys, like on the Instagram stories, on the filters, there's one that's called hands free. And if you're doing your workout, you can hold the little record button down for like a second, and it will do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, which means you can jump back into your workout and be doing, so you're not looking like you're pressing the button every single time. So it actually gives you a countdown. You can jump back and you're in the middle of your workout while you're doing it. So I know people really love seeing a good, 2 to 5 clips of it's just like they're there and part of it. So that's the stories, play around on the stories. They're fun, and it really gets people. I get lots and lots and lots of messages off of my stories, probably more than anywhere else. So people like seeing real life. I really think that that's like the connection point, is seeing your, social media, it's a highlight reel. We all know that. Not everybody wants to see the pretty side of us. They want to see the ugly. They want to see the tired. They want to see the sick. They want to see the everything. So you guys be transparent. That will get you that's like my best advice ever, is be transparent. There's too many fakers out there as there is. And this is hard. It's hard. And I think sharing the hard with people and showing them how you work through the hard is where you're going to connect the absolute most and get, you'll get the most feedback from people. And that's the key. You want feedback. When your page is silent and you're not getting any, messages, or just even a random message from someone here and there. I always say, like, when I'm dipping, I'm a big believer in the universe, and ask, believe, receive. And I do have moments in this business where I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Am I at the end of my rope? And then boom, I will get a message, and I'm like, I literally do this all the time, you guys. I go, whoop, thank you, universe. I got you. Thank you. Like, back on track. It's just like all of our clients, you guys. We all have those things. It's like what I tell my people. We can veer off that path as long as you get yourself right back on it. So that's the thing with social media too. You will get tired of it. I mean, I work hard at it, and there's days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do a post. It's hard, but just do something. Even if you have 1 post a day, focus on something, because if you go dead for a day or two, it's not good. That's not how you're going to build a following. People want to show up. They're waiting to see something, and that's your job, is to give it to them. So I hope that helped. I mean, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can definitely help. I'm always about, if you guys want to message me with anything, I am here. I'm open. I will help you with whatever I can. I know that social media is overwhelming. I'm lucky. I have a handful of teenagers, my kiddos, and if it wasn't for them, sometimes I don't know if I would figure it out. So don't hesitate. There's like nothing dumb or stupid to ask, because I know sometimes it feels like that. I'll get messages from people and they'll be like, how did you just do that on your story? And I think, you know what, I had to ask someone too. So I always try to give back to people. If someone asks you something, please share with them. It's so important. It's karmic too. It always comes back to you. So I know there's I do have, like, I've had coaches that I follow and I'll say, oh, what app are you using? And they don't tell me. And I just think, like every time someone asks me, I do my best to let them know what I'm using, because there is some pretty cool apps out there that will help your business immensely. So if you guys have any questions, I know that I've done this before, but I'll throw up a few of my favorite like apps for doing photos. One of them is WordSwag, and that one just came out with a really new update, so it has some cool stuff. And then Photofy is another really good one. And then I think it's called Photoshop Express. Yeah, Adobe Photoshop Express. That's another really good one. So those three right there, that should help you with some of your posts. And I can't really think of anything else other than, just really having variety. Variety is the spice of life. That's what I think of, is, someone doesn't want to come to your page, unless you were a food page, obviously there you're going to have all food, but that's not what we're going for. So, just think of it as a variety. Like, what am I offering someone? And it's okay, if you've done like 3 posts that are all like hugely valuable to someone and you just want to like do Man Crush Monday to your hubs, yeah, throw that up there and say why. It's okay to have that on there too. You don't want to be all business-like, but I definitely would say to look at your posts. I always go at it with this. Well, my husband thinks it's really funny because he'll take a picture and then say, oh, you can use that. And I'll say, no, I can't. That doesn't look like me. And he'll say, babe, it's fine. No joke, you guys, the other day, halfway joking, halfway not, I said, that's not true to my brand. And he said, oh, are you kidding me? And then he got it though, because the other day I had a friend over. You guys, this is not a joke. I was literally picking out almonds for a photo. I'm a little OCD, and making sure they were pretty. And my friend was teasing me so bad. He's like, oh, did you guys, Beachbody shared the picture 3 days later. So I said to him, hey, picking out those almonds pays off. It's the little tiny things. I mean, it's kind of a joke, but that is honestly like the thing, is like the crisp, clean, eye-catching. That can offer you guys. Sometimes I get shared, I'm not kidding you, one like food post on 21 Day Fix, and I'll get like 1,000 new followers. That's huge. And that's just from one post. So, yeah, I mean, I cannot tell you enough about making food photos. Are huge. They are. You really got to throw them in here and there. People love simple, healthy meals. I mean, that's the thing to share. I have like my really intense meals that are, take half a day to make. And that's fine too. People love doing that on meal prep. But, like today, what did I throw up there? I'm looking at toast, grapefruit, and a hard-boiled egg. And I mean, people like that. It took me 5 minutes. I had the eggs made, a grapefruit. And that's showing people I'm like a big, tough lover. No way are you going to tell me you don't have time to do that, because you do. So, there's the people that are going to naysay the shakes. You can break it down any way that you want. Bottom line is, we all know what it does for us, and that's the best way. Just, we all know, be a product of the product. And my spin on the shakes, you guys, that has worked for me, and I don't know if it works for anyone else, but people ask me, do you notice a difference? And my answer is, I don't notice a difference, but I notice a difference hugely if I skip my shake. And that's everything to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not someone that's sitting there going, oh yeah, every day I'm like, oh, I feel great. I mean, those things are great, but I feel horrible when I don't have it. And I think that that's the part to focus on more, not how great you feel. It's like, oh, let me tell you, there's things that you're going through right now that you don't even know you could feel better, because I do that to myself. I'll do it sometimes, like 2 days not having it, and be like, what is wrong with me? And then boom, one shake, and 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh, there we go. I feel like a new person. So, I like to focus on that side of things when it comes to the shakes, because people are more negative than positive, and sometimes you just have to play off of that. So that's kind of how I play that one sometimes. But just share. Literally, that is the key, is being a product of the product. Show people what works for you. They're going to be interested. Don't be, another big thing too, for anyone out there that has like husbands that have done this with you, share their stuff. I get a lot of traffic from sharing my husband's. People love that my husband works out with me. So find your thing. I mean, you guys, it can be as simple as that. Like I have tons of followers that interact with me because my husband works out with me. You know, I would never think that that was that big of a deal, but for all those wives that don't have that support, it really is. So those are things to think. It's the little tiny things that I like, to me, are like, oh, that's no big deal in my life. They can be a really big deal in somebody else's life. So don't take things for granted in your life that somebody else may not have, because that to them might be what makes them be drawn to you. I mean, that's just what it is. So other than that, I can't really, I can't really think of anything else. I've gone over everything, but yeah, quality over quantity when it comes to social media. Don't just be blasting just to have stuff on your page, unless you're just starting a page. Other than that, though, make sure it's really quality and value driven when it comes to a post, because that's what people will like to see. And, you know, a lot of times with food, you guys, it's okay to put up a thing, but either like link the recipe. Everyone wants a recipe. It doesn't matter what it is. They want a recipe. I'm telling you right now, I've created a monster on my page. Everyone thinks that it doesn't matter what I eat. They want to know. I just got a message on how to slice a grapefruit. So that should tell you. I mean, literally people want to know everything. I've said to my husband before, oh my God, I don't even want to post it, because they're going to want a full deal. Like, I've created that. So it is my business, but be careful sometimes what you wish for, because you will definitely be having to provide that to them at all times. So, but that's something huge. And you guys share other people's stuff. That's okay too. It's not going to hurt your business. One of the biggest pages that shares my post all the time, she doesn't share anything of her own, you guys. And I've been watching her since she's been doing this, and she has almost 15,000 followers just from sharing other people's. She gives credit to everyone, but she posts all different, whether it's from Beachbody, coaches. She's grown herself by doing it. And I thought the other day, dang, she's smart. She doesn't even have to do that much work, and she is literally getting it's working. It's because she's grabbing really great photos. And just giving the credit where the credit is due. And that's all you got to do, you guys. You don't have to do the work. You just got to give the credit just to a simple recipe. And that doesn't mean they're going to go to somebody else's page. They're going to be happy that you spent the time to bring that to them. So don't be scared of that. And we got to support each other. You guys, that's the thing. We're women supporting women. So don't be going, oh my God, I know I have people all the time. Oh, she copied me, or it's like, you guys, there's so many Beachbody coaches. There's going to be so many things that look just like the other. So that's okay. Just be authentic to yourself. Truly be authentic. That's why you are you, and that's what we're teaching people. You have to be okay with who you are, flaws, ugliness, all of it in between. So share it all. Wake up in the morning, makeup down your face, go on IG stories. I'm serious. Like, people think that stuff is pretty entertaining. So just be raw, be real, and just don't be afraid to share. I think the stuff that, like, the hardest posts that I compose, where I almost feel like teared up or like, oh, are the best. Those are the ones when you have those emotions and feeling, you're going to connect to somebody. So just really try to come from a spot like that. And what are you bringing to their life? Now read it back to, I always read my post and be like, okay, well, nobody cares about that. So really think about that. And even like if you do like a workout video, you can simply just say like, oh, do this move, however many reps for this many times. Just even something that little is valuable to somebody. So I think that's the basics of it. And once again, don't hesitate to reach out to me with anything. And definitely feel free to go browse my page and see what I kind of do on there that gets me my followers. And it's just all about getting more people, because the more people you get, the faster you grow. And that's like what I've learned through doing it. And it takes a lot of hard work, you guys. I will not lie about it. That's like what my husband always says to me. He's like, oh man, you're still going at it. There's times we all know, but it does pay off. I'm telling you, every single time that I think I'm just frustrated or whatever it is, or I don't want to do another thing, or sometimes I'm bored of myself and I think, does someone even want to see that? Like, really, that's what Natalie, I think this all the time. And then I think, oh my gosh, the second someone will send me a dumb post, it's the same mind blown. Like today, I put my pumpkin spice seasoning in my coffee grounds today. And I think I just shared that 3 days ago, but there's somebody today that didn't see it 3 days ago. So as boring as you may be to yourself, that's what, hey, I watch the same people do the same thing every day. So somebody else is going to watch you. Just, be routine. And like one thing, you guys, and I think like every one of us in this business gets asked this question is, how do you stay motivated? And I'll just tell you that my key response to that I think gets a lot of people to connect with me is, I'm not motivated all the time. I'm disciplined. And that's the difference. I'm not motivated. I've never been motivated. Still, every single flipping day I procrastinate. I still do it, but it's that discipline of knowing how I'm going to feel on the other side. And so just teach people that it is hard. I don't lie and I do not sugarcoat it. I don't say there's an easy fix because there's not. And this is a lifestyle. So let them know that. Like right now, I'm on day 4 of resting. I'll be on my IG stories tonight, letting them know that's okay because this is a lifestyle. I'm not on a diet. I'm not being strict, and I have to be kind to myself. And I think people seeing that, like I've had a lot of people connect to me through going through some rough, like physical things. So don't be scared. Even if it's like something from your past, find something that touches the soul of another person. That's the best thing, is get deep in there, because that connection is where you're going to get the lifetimers that stick with you and become coaches and you create friendships with. So hope that helped you guys. I know that it's a lot to take in at once, but yeah, the key of the day is Instagram, my favorite place to play right now. I didn't even touch on Snapchat because I think that's going right out the door. It started to a long time ago. I honestly wouldn't even waste my time over there if I was you guys. I stopped doing that myself just because it was taking up, people loved it, but it just wasn't creating what I needed it to, and Instagram does. So I think that that's where the focus should be had if you're really working on your business. And Natalie, we're so sad we can't hear you. I'm going to take a picture really quick, you guys. Thank you guys so much for letting me chit chat. I mean, you guys, if you want to unmute and ask any questions too, feel free, because I can definitely answer whatever you may be wondering. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, and you know, 80-day obsession right now. I didn't touch on that a lot, but just that little bit. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I'm reading your thing right now. When it comes to 80-day obsession, the one thing that I keep seeing everyone do, and there's no shame in that, is all those test groupers, steal those photos and use them. That's what they're there for, you guys. That's why they run those test groups, so you have all that valuable info. So definitely share those. Okay, perfect.
So I have a quick question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So I know almost nothing about Instagram.
Say that again.
Posting a picture every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So do you usually do most of your stuff on the computer, or do you do most of it on your phone?
Phone, everything. Yep, I'm a phone person. Yep. I mean, honestly, I had to pull out the computer tonight because I don't use it. I have an iPad. I use that for a lot of my business stuff if I'm actually like going to sit down. But every single, like when people ask me, all my pictures, every single thing that you see on a phone, every single time. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes it easy. And here's another little, I just thought about something. You know, like sometimes just something hits you, but you might not have like, say, a picture or a post to go with it. I go to my notes on my phone and I just draft up a post. And so I always have like a plethora of them sitting there. So there's always a day or something that connects me back to it. And I always go back and look, and boom, copy and paste. It's there. And don't be scared to reshare stuff, you guys. I mean, like when I'm out and about with my husband, I do mini photo shoots, you know, like there's pictures I'm going to use down the line, whether it's just like to throw a little quote on, because that saves so much time. Think of like doing, well, not only that, here's another thing. If you're doing a workout video, one of the really cool things, you can just stop that video and screenshot it and you have a still shot. So you can have a video and a photo in one. There's lots of ways to save time. So I do a lot of things, like even with my food photos, I'll take like 5 versions of it and let it sit on my phone, post it, and like a month later, post it differently with a different caption on it or something. And I've just saved myself a bunch of time, because it is, you guys, it is time consuming. Even just like making up the 30 hashtags is time consuming. So, but even like, I would just say, like, if you're just starting out, let's just say, for instance, you're just new to it, you haven't done a lot on Instagram, start off with 1 post a day. Just make a goal for like 1 week. Let me just try to like do 1 post and just see and get the feel for it and just play around, look at hashtags, start looking at other people's, and then start building from there. Because it can be really overwhelming. I mean, just like you're saying, I mean, if you're just starting out to it, it's overwhelming. I always like to take pictures even before I started this, so I think that helped me a little bit. But look at other people's and don't be scared to like get ideas from other people. I mean, you can look at posts, I mean, even of mine, and get an idea from that and then make your own version of it. I mean, there's no shame in that. You guys, what's mine is yours. Whatever you would like to use off my page is there for the grabbing. So just know that. Let's see here. Okay, so I see the beach body. I sometimes do that, but be careful with it. That's how I would say. So I would say, like, not every time I do a workout, I will say what workout it is. if I've been getting a lot of people asking me about what workout I've been doing, I will use the hashtag for it. More likely, instead of like Insanity or Insanity Max, I might just hashtag say Shaun T, just because that's a broader, bigger audience. And it's not, and then that way someone could say to me, and this is how you create that, what workout are you doing? Boom, I just opened a door. So that's the one thing about hashtags that you want to be, let's see here. Oh, the picture. I'm going to take another picture too. Yeah, we're going to do another one. Okay, so yeah, and you guys take a look on you can look at my hashtags. I try to make them different because that obviously creates, like if I do my dogs, I'm going to have dogs on Instagram. I mean, you're going to get different types of followers. And I do notice that it works. You're going to get coffee roasters following you for a coffee post, dog people for one. Followers are followers, you guys. We're in health and fitness. It doesn't matter what business you run. Every one of us should be taking care of ourselves in some way, shape, or form. So don't be scared of like, oh my gosh, I'm doing all these hashtags. And it doesn't have a damn thing to do with my business. Oh, well. I mean, that doesn't matter. You're a human too, and outside of business, you have a life. And these people do too. So just think of it along those lines. Does anyone else have any questions?
You said something about tagging on your story. How
like tagging businesses. So yes, so like on your Instagram stories, like say for instance, and you could do it with Shakeology. I mean, if you wanted to. Obviously, like more so on my Shakeology photos, I would do like a hashtag healthiest meal of the day, that type of stuff. If you do a hashtag, the @Shakeology, it will pop it up and you can use those.
Oh, okay, right. Did you say you could tag yourself?
Yeah, you can tag yourself right in there. Because you got to remember, everybody on your Instagram stories, they don't necessarily follow your page. Because the stories just show up random. Yeah. So you want to get them to actually go to your page. So a lot of people don't realize that there's people watching your stories that may not even follow you. So that's why a lot of times I suggest, here, let me see. I don't know if I can show you guys this, but let's see. So like if I went onto my Instagram, let's see. Okay, so say I just had this page here. I would screenshot this. So that's what people would see. Then I can go wipe over to my story, which brings you to here. And I can post that picture that I just took. And what I would do, like say,
and that's where you do the little scratch out.
And if I had a new recipe, what I would do is I would take the little, like, you know, you can write on it, and I would black out the recipe, and I would say, don't you want to know what's here? Go check out Spoon Me 21 Day Style and find out. And then boom, they'll click the link, and now they go to my actual solid page. Does that make sense?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, because you want to create traffic onto your page. I mean, that's the key, is getting them onto your page, because your story, I mean, you can watch any story and it goes away and you might not ever watch that story again. You want to get them to hit that like button on there. So that's the key to that. And like I said, just keep building, because Instagram is great to us. They do give us really, really cool tools as you grow and build your business on there. If there's anything else, I mean, let me know. Saxon, so good to see you. Hi. I'm going to pull up my camera. Okay. And thank you guys again. I know I'm all over the place, but I hope that offered you guys some value. Is everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. Natalie, I'm so sad that we can't hear you. Okay, well, if everyone, I'm trying to see here. Oh, can you see? Here, I'll get in there. Are you ready? Did we get it? Perfect. Okay, you guys, I hope that everyone is having a super good holiday season. I know we're days away from the big day, so it's crazy times. Let's see here. Okay, I really appreciate everybody. And once again, you guys, you can follow me, like I said, Spoon Me on Facebook and Spoon Me 21 Day Style on Instagram. Do not hesitate to reach out. I will do anything that I can to help you and send you links if you missed anything. But I would say the focus would be to work on your Instagram, get that Linktree link going, and that would be a really, really good start to that. So that would be where I would say to start and get yourself building that. And just keep research and development. Look at lots of coaches' pages. You'll definitely get some good ideas by just browsing and looking and just taking in a lot of the information. Okay? So good getting to hang with you guys tonight. And I hope, like I said, that helped a little tiny bit. And yeah, ask me any questions if you guys have any. Bye, you guys.
Bye.